central banking also have a bunch of legacy payment systems. And those legacy payment systems are slowly adapting, but it's slow. And why did Alipay do so well in China is part of the story, because there were so many unbanked, just like M-Pesa in Kenya. But here in the US, we still pay 2.5% to 3% for our interchange charges for Visa, MasterCard, and the like. And a lot of clearing and settlement still has a lot of counterparty risk. And one that I care deeply about, financial inclusion. There's still 1.7 billion people in this world who are unbanked. And so we don't think of it as much in the developed countries, but it's certainly true in many products, even here in the US. And these are, to me, the opportunities. Finance is 7.5% of the US economy. That's $1.5 trillion of revenues. So any of you that are thinking about entrepreneurial opportunities, the payment system just here in the US is 0.5% to 1% of our economy. That's $100 to $200 billion of revenues. I think Visa is about 18 billion. Just to, but when you add up the whole payment system, that's $100 to $200 billion in payment revenues. So that's kind of the opportunity. Can blockchain technology come in? It's got problems. It's slow. It's performance issues still. But can it compete with that? Here are some of the problems the financial sector would say with blockchain. These are real live things that we're going to study later in the semester. They say it doesn't have the performance, scalability. A modern payment system, you need to be able to move about 100,000 payments a second. A modern securities clearing, the Depository Trust Corporation, the Securities and Exchange Commission says, you do about 30,000 transactions a second, but we need you to scale, and your computers and everything have to be resilient to 100,000 transactions a second. Bitcoin, you can do about 7 transactions a second. Visa currently, depends on the second, does anywhere from 20 to 70,000 a second. So it's just a sense of scalability and performance. We might get there. It might be 3 to 7 years away. I'm optimistic, but there's still a bunch of performance and scalability issues. Privacy and security. Blockchains, by their nature, are public. So they're not fully censorship resistant, but there's a lot of innovation about making them more private. But then that makes the public sector a little nervous. Interoperability, they don't necessarily work yet with other legacy systems or with each other. The internet, one of the great innovations of the internet, it became interoperable.